What up, guys? This is GN Guy here, and the Yang Gang is taking over MAGA. Well, if you like my content, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Well, let's get right to it. The 2020 Democrat, Andrew Yang. Who is this guy? He's from Schenectady, New York. He's wow, Schenectady, that's worse than the Bronx. Ambassador of Global Entrepreneurship. Yang graduated from Columbia in 1999 and began corporate attorney for Davison Polk, whatever. He was an attorney. But how the hell does the Columbia graduate go over and live in Schenectady? He could have lived in a lot better place than that. Yang, alright, so on healthcare, Yang is in favor of Medicare for all. Regardless of abortion, he thinks that state laws regarding the legislation process should be handled by a board of doctors rather than legislators. And you know what? I'm all for it, because legislators don't know, they're generalists. They don't know how to approach this. You know, they're gonna approach it with a political motive instead of a practical one or an expertise one like doctors have. I'm pretty sure doctors would know more than politicians. Yang proposed a way to decrease amounts of abortion in the country, saying that contraceptives and financial support are impoverished pregnant women should be provided. Alright, immigration supports the DREAM Act. Yang has conceded that southern border needs more security, but offered no specific alternatives to the president's border wall. Economy. Yang has voiced plans to institute carbon tax on fossil fuel gasoline. He has also proposed a value-added tax. Yang has mentioned that he institution of new capitalist philosophy, which he says geared towards maximizing human well-being and fulfillment. However, he wasn't provided details to how he would legally integrate that into the market. Finally, Yang wants to institute a UBI. That's a big one. $1,000 per month for every adult over 18. Criminal justice. Yang believes that minorities are unfairly targeted and all officers should have body cams. You know, maybe that's hopefully that helps out. You know, gun control. Yikes. Yang has proposed holding gun manufacturers responsible for mass shootings by charging them $1 million per person killed in a public setting. He also wants to raise legal age of gun ownership from 18 to 21. Completely against that. I don't know how manufacturers are responsible for crazy maniacs getting their hands on guns. And a lot of these gun deaths, they happen in no gun zones. They happen in a lot of schools. Are you allowed to have guns in schools? No. So, he seems like pretty much a middle-of-the-way Democrat. Let's see what The Verge has to say. The Yang Gang has a meme problem. Andrew Yang is smart with our memes. Alright, so they're angry at him because he uses memes. They've castigated us any memes as a gateway to the alt-right. You know. True through 4chan's notoriously toxic poll forum shows that the poster was worried about Yang is a minor player in the Democratic primary so far, an entrepreneur, political outsider, no traditional big support. But on poll, the only candidate that matters on boards full of Yang-related memes, including familiar with Bojack and Pepe. One reworked the Virgin Chad meme controlling whatever. You know what this is. You don't need these people in The Verge telling you what to do. Alright. For anyone with the agenda, we do not want your support, Yang says. We're not welcome to this campaign. Other images, including one showing Yang redistributing wealth from a Jewish bank caricature and kind of noxious anti-Semitism that's commonly on poll. Another warning about meme sabotaging landing on poll around the same time as Reddit posts, but local tourists were unfazed. See, with Andrew Yang, I don't know if you can, like, it probably was for Donald Trump in 2016. It probably was a big portion of his support came from the memes as well as a lot of things. I don't know what this is. Maybe this is a counter. Maybe this is a false flag. Maybe poll is trying to split the vote in the Democrats. They're giving their support for Yang, and because they want Donald Trump to win. I don't know. Poll could just be that. Poll is just a swarm of bees or birds. There's no one person that starts these things. It just happens and snowballs, and it becomes something that will crush whatever's their target is. They did it to Scientology. They did it to feminists. They did it to Tumblr, and I think one of the founders of Tumblr, his nieces committed suicide because she was getting trolled. Yang supporters, known as Yang Gang, seem to draw from the focus of the political from all across the political spectrum. According to the Daily Beast, Yang saw a surge of new supports after he appeared on the Joe Rogan Experience. Yo, I did not know that. Well, now you know. February as a crossover point between mainstream culture and the fringe right. At some time, UBI proposal was proven generally popular for younger voters disenchanted with conventional politics. He feels like someone who forms his own ideas and knows what he's talking about. One online supporter, and Yang Gang sounds like a dope group to be a part of. Yang Gang. Oh wow. Bernie Bros, ex-MAGA Bros, Zoomers that turned 18. Yang Gang. At the same time, white national supporters came across the picture. There's a very Paul is very well known for their quote unquote white nationalism, because we all know it's just people LARPing, is minorities LARPing as white people on Paul. That's what it is. Alright, they're gonna come after this video. Whatever. On 4chan, one user, you guys know what it is. Look at Hindu. You know how many of those people were white? Tell me. Yeah, Jackie 4chan was not white, guys. Alright, on 4chan, one user introduced his tweet saying simply, Andrew Yang cares about white people. There's no indication which campaign has countered the support, but reaching to The Verge, Yang unexpectedly rejected, I denounce and disavow the hatred, bigotry, and racism of white nationalism, anti-Semitism, and the alt-right in all forms. Full stop. So yeah, pretty lawyer speak, but, you know, he's got to do it. Yang said in a statement, for anyone who has the agenda, I don't want your support, we do not want your votes, we're not welcome to this campaign. As one of the first Asian American candidates for president in the history of the son of immigrants, I see racism as a white nationalism as a threat to the core ideals of what it means to be American. Yang continued, I have 2 young children who are growing up in this country. I know what it means. The campaign said they haven't made any particular efforts to target Trump voters, but has drawn controversial outlets if necessary. Without clout of establishment candidates, the campaign can't rely on mainstream coverage, which makes fringe outlets like Joe Rogan and Tucker, and consider outlets like Tucker Carlson difficult to turn down. Yang has also recently seen Turning Point Conference seemingly fitting into the same pattern, although the campaign says the DC is a separate event only to stop for a picture, not appearing on the conference. The approach also attracted some strange bedfellows on Thursday. WikiLeaks tweeted that Trump would lose the meme war if Yang tacit endorsement of organization that has rarely spoken favorably of the Democratic candidates. In November, prominent white supremacist Richard Spencer tweeted encouraging about Yang's campaign. Let's take a look at that, actually. Saying, everyone should take this man and his ideas seriously. I don't know, he's gotten alright. Automaton, the white death in Trump throws bomb blasts and blasters and problems. Andrew Yang sees problems and offers understanding, sympathy, and solutions. Everybody should take this man's ideas seriously. Alright, let's take a look. The result of the notable rift supporters of multiple subreddits have already on either rarely 4chan invaders, outspoken scrutinizing the contract. The infamous R. Donald community also posted Yang links. It was unclear if it meant bringing campaign or genuine support of disaffected Trump voters. When hostile invaders do storm on official subreddits, it's never clear where they're coming from. Rats are overwhelmingly in support to read that the R. Donald types, but who knows anymore? Another supporter told me. Maybe they saw it easy to target of lesser known candidates and wants to utilize his newfound abilities for misinformation on the web. It's not political as politics as usual, he continued. It's more of a chemical warfare. Yeah, it is. Let's take a look at some poll memes. This is from 4chan. Alright, this is funny. Alright, America going to shit plus $1,000. Yeah, that's what's gonna that's gonna convince you. Rent just went up $1,000 poll. Guess what? Alright, this is another good one. Trump train on the Yang yacht. Alright. Paul is doing the usual thing. Alright, this is pretty funny. So, hey, Trump, you still gonna build that wall? This guy, he's got $1,000. Yeah, America's going to shit, but at least you're getting $1,000. Yeah, right, Paul. Rent just went. We saw this with. Look what's happening, bro. You give people $15 minimum wage. Guess what goes up? Everything goes up in price, past inflation. So guys, if you like my content, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe.